Hi, it's Chris from Duffy Floors, and I'd like to talk to you all about Brazilian cherry floors. I've been getting a lot of calls from people that have Brazilian cherry floors and really don't like the red. And what we did was we did a job a couple years ago where we bleached the Brazilian cherry and pickled it and got all of the red out. So I've had a couple of calls this week, one from Long Island, New York, the other from Vancouver in British Columbia. Now, basically, these people, the customers, do not want to have the red overtones or undertones that are in the Brazilian cherry. So, my suggestion would be to either stain them very dark to overcome the red that's in the wood or to bleach them. So, I want to show you a couple of examples of what I have. When we have Brazilian cherry, if we go with a stain, let me get this sample out here. This sample here, the top of this here is Brazilian cherry with just the natural oil-based polyurethane on it. Now you can see how red that is. To get rid of the red, we can go with a stain color, and this stain color happens to be coffee brown. It gives it a nice rich brown tone, and it's starting to get rid of a lot of the reds in it. Still a little bit of red in this. If we go even darker, I have this sample here that is basically an ebony stain. It's a black stain on the Brazilian cherry. So you can see in this board, it certainly has gotten rid of all the red. Down here in the grainier boards, the red's still showing through a little bit. But my customer that was inquiring about Brazilian cherry, and she's trying to get it to match to oak. This is the person down in Long Island, New York. And so I have an oak sample here, and with just natural polyurethane on it, and you see how light and brown that is, no red tones in that at all. And we're back to this sample, which is the Brazilian cherry with the natural oil-based polyurethane here. This is the Brazilian cherry with the water-based polyurethane, and this is the Brazilian cherry that's been bleached and then water-based polyurethane put on top of it. So if you can see here, the oak, which is this sample, and the Brazilian cherry that have been bleached are fairly similar. I've gotten the red out of it and more on toward the brown tones and yellow tones. So that's how we deal with Brazilian cherries and getting the colors of what the customers really desire. If you have any wood flooring needs, give us a call. It's Chris from Duffy Floors. I'm at 781-395-3418.